Joined by Washington and Lee University head football coach Scott Abell. They were picked number 1 in this year's preseason poll, and they're also number 20 in the D3Football.com preseason poll. Coach, talk to us a little about coming out of last year. Your rushing attack got right back to where it needed to be, rushing for an ODAC record 649 yards in the opening game against Averett. Talk a little bit about what you saw from your offense last year that you think is going to help coming into this year.
Well, I think the biggest thing that we see coming back in 2016 is all the veterans, the experience coming back. We returned really 8 starters on the offensive side, and just about everybody that touched the football returns. And that's a good feeling, for our guys and for our staff. But with that in mind, we know that people will work really hard to defend us. We got to be prepared to make adjustments and to grow inside our offense.
Let's take a look at what you have back this year, and I don't think you're losing a whole lot on the offensive side of the ball this year. Your quarterback is back in Charlie Nelson. Your top several runners are back, as you had 5 guys run for 600 yards or better last year. Talk a little bit about the dynamic quality you have with that offense and where you see them taking you this year.
Well, it's certainly we're a unique offense, I think, as everybody's learned by now, and we put so much emphasis on our option game, but we attack people in different ways, and I think with a veteran group, I think we'll be able hopefully to dig a little deeper in our playbook and show some things that maybe we haven't shown here the last couple of years, and that's typically the case when you have a senior quarterback like Charlie, who just has really grown into this offense and has done a fantastic job last year, and we look for big things this year from him.
You won a championship last year, and what was really the missing piece, aside from getting your offense going, was a defense that started stopping some people as well, and you had that at times last year. Talk a little bit about your defense coming into this season and what you see out of that unit.
Well, I think that's probably the part that really got overshadowed last year, and I think as you look at our 2016 team, I'm unbelievably excited about what we return on defense. We returned 7 starters, but really returned everyone in our back half but Christian Karen, and so I believe in our back half we're as good as we've been since I've gotten to WNL. Up front, certainly there's some questions to be answered with the graduation of Patrick Wright and Moody Hurd. We felt really dominating players last year up front for us, and so we'll really have to allow some young kids to come in and play well early on. And seniors like Rhett Delk will have to carry the load. Rhett had a great junior campaign for us, but he'll be asked to do more this year.
Let's take a look at just the team as a whole this year. Last year, coming off a title, making to the NCAA tournament. What do you expect to take from that experience to maybe do a couple things different this year coming in?
Well, I think as we started last year, I think no one envisioned what happened. Preseason 5th or 6th, and that the year we had. So, I think as a staff, we all thought we had a shot to be a good team last year. But I think we also thought that 2016 had the opportunity to really take a big step for our program because we had so many young kids last year. So now that we're somewhat ahead of the curve, I think the big question is how will we handle that? How will our guys handle having the bullseye on your back and playing with that responsibility? So my expectations are simple: for us to get better every day, for us to be better tomorrow than we were, today, for us to be better week 2 than we were week 1. And I think if we're able to do that, then I think we have a shot once again to be a good football team and to be in the mix come week 7, 8 of the ODAC.
And let's finish up here by taking a look at what your perspective is on the ODAC this season.
Well, I think it's the same as it is every year. I think it's such an even playing field. That any given Saturday, anyone can beat anyone, and I think that shows up every year in our conference. And as it was proven last year with us being picked 5th. And winning the conference. So we have to be prepared to be our best each and every week. And I think the team that can do that, the team that can stay healthy, be focused for each and every week, is going to give themselves the best shot.